Hi, how are you? This is Matthew with the LoveBudi Love Tip for today. Not for today, actually. I'm late, so I'm doing it for the few days ago. But the date for this LoveBudi Love Tip is 29th of July, 2019. And what it's about today is this is a very spontaneous. This is very kind of a personal. This is unprepared. This is kind of a raw video. I don't have any script. I didn't even make any notes. And what I'll do usually is at least I'll spend a few minutes making notes, planning on what I want to say. It doesn't take a lot of preparation because it's, maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes. But still, today, no preparation whatsoever. I just thought of the concept. I just thought of the title. Because I want it to be raw. I don't want to modify. I don't want to editorialize. I don't want to edit. I don't want to self-edit. I don't want to justify. I don't want to make up any excuses. I just want to be just very completely honest about it, because love is honest. Love doesn't cover its own butt. Love doesn't deceive. Love doesn't manipulate. Love doesn't pretend it's something that it's not. And so I believe in love, and I don't want to pretend I'm somebody I'm not. I'd like to be more loving all the time, and I'm working on it. It's my goal, and I'm learning, and it's a great journey. But when I'm not loving, when I'm not, being the way I aspire to being, it happens, and it's a lesson, and it's okay, because that's what life is all about. Okay, I want to look here. Okay, so here it is. How do I choose to react to the tricycle almost hitting me? Now, when I use the word tricycle, I'm not talking about a children's tricycle. I'm talking about what's called a tricycle here in the Philippines, and that is, got 3 wheels. That's where it got its name, but it actually can hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 passengers plus 1 driver, sometimes even 7 or 8 passengers if they're children, if they're small people. They can all cram into these things. And they use that as a main way to get around. If you don't have your own motorcycle, if you don't have your own car, if you don't have your own other means of transportation. So right now I don't have any other means of transportation, so we're riding the tricycle. But I wasn't riding the tricycle at the time this incident happened. I was walking across the street. And it was a busy time, but the way the tricycles drive here, and this is an issue that's been brought to my attention from several different people in several different positions here in this city. The tricycles are reckless, they're aggressive, they're inconsiderate, they're in a hurry. The nature of their job precipitates that if they don't keep themselves in check, and if no one else holds them accountability and keeps them in check. So I was walking across the street. I wasn't all the way across the street. Tricycle was basically kind of charging at me. I didn't run out of the way because I was almost in the mood to just grab the guy's handlebar, because he goes so close to me. He was within less than an inch, probably, maybe 2 inches at the most. He wasn't going too fast. Probably he was going about 15 miles an hour. So I didn't speed up. I almost kind of slowed down. Maybe I kept my speed the same. But I thought, this jerk is being so aggressive. He's not waiting for me to get out. He's not slowing down. He's speeding up. He's charging at me almost out of hate. It feels like hate. And I don't know. I don't know if the guy was hateful or not. That was just how it felt to me. That was all on my side. That's all in my universe. That's my world. That's what I brought to the table when someone is charging at me with the motorcycle, with the tricycle. That's how I felt. So how did I react to that? Well, as I mentioned, the reaction that I had to that was almost wanting to spin around and bash the guy's handlebar, and then, almost even just rip the guy out of there, grab his keys and say, no more tricycle for you. Hey, yo, no more tricycles for yous. 10 years. That's how I felt. I mean, it was like, I was angry, there's something that happens when, you almost hit me. There's a feeling that the person has no respect. And I feel respect is really important. Respect is one of the qualities of love. I feel like I need to respect others. So, you know my reaction. I told you my reaction spontaneously. Now, what do I conclude from this? Well, what can I conclude? Looking at this, I started to look at it, and then I stopped looking at it because I've just been so busy lately. But what I realized was that was not a loving response on my side at all. What I could have done was hurry to get out of the way. What I could have done was not be confrontational. I didn't really accept what was going on. I was resisting how he was driving. And you could say, okay, maybe it was illegal, maybe it was reckless, maybe it was inconsiderate. Don't go there. I don't need to go there. It's not about that. Love is not about that. Love is not about making a point like that. So it's a learning process for me, because I believe in people driving safely, driving in a considerate manner. I believe in people being held accountable when they're hurting others, when they're, but he didn't hurt me, but he almost did. I don't know. But I do know that love is respectful, love is kind, love is considerate, love is patient, love is understanding. Understanding where this guy's coming, so when you know the love qualities pretty well, I try to keep them as fresh in my mind as I can so that I can draw upon them to make decisions, to understand. This happened so quickly, I wasn't even conscious. I was just like reptilian brain, the brain stem, the primitive brain stem was responding to what it felt was attack, and my response was almost playing into the hands of that reptilian, that brain stem, that primitive part of the brain. Instead of using my more advanced brain, my more developed brain, but my soul, my better sense, my concept of love, who I want to be, who I want to try to be. Instead of using that and filtering that, actually I took no action at all. But I felt these feelings and I didn't, and I wasn't able to respond in a kind way. Even though the guy was gone before I could really respond anyway, it's about what was my intention. And my intention was to rip that guy out of his seat and really startle him like he startled me, to get him back. And that's completely the brainstem. I mean, that is completely eye for an eye. This is as low as you get when it comes to dealing with what we perceive as threats. Like I said earlier, I don't even know if it was a threat at all. I don't know if it was a threat. I don't know if I don't know where he was coming from. But I could guess. These guys make their living that way, by driving. And the more aggressively they drive, the faster they get to their destination, the more money they make. It's set up that way. It's automatically that way. That's how it works. When you pay somebody who's near poverty anyway, only if they are aggressive, and the more aggressive they are, the more money they make, what do you think is going to happen? So we've got to be aware of the system. We've got to be aware of how the cards are stacked against these guys. But when we look at understanding, where is he coming from? That's what I'm talking about right now. This guy's getting paid to be aggressive. Why wouldn't he be? See, does he want to make less money? When he's got a family to feed? When he's barely making that much anyway? When he's not really doing that well? I mean, these guys are kind of the mavericks. These guys are kind of the hustlers, the opportunists. These are the people that drive these things. It's a taxi. And every country that I've been, the taxis are rarely in a secure position financially. They're in a position where they're hustling. And the more they hustle, the more they can charge the customer, the faster they can drive, the more reckless they can drive, the bigger tip they can get, whatever it's going to take. That's what they do. And these guys are in that position. And I think it takes, it'll take a normal guy who doesn't normally think about these things turn them into that, because that's the nature of the job. Okay, what else do I want to say about this? So I want to say that I'm glad I didn't do anything mean or confrontational or hateful to the guy. I don't feel great about the reaction that I did make, that I did have, how I thought in my mind. I'll give myself all the space in the world to have a brain stem, you know, to have that reptilian brain. I'll give my, you know, that's just biology. That's fine. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it took me a while to put that in check and to bring on the love. We've got to bring on the love to each other. We've got to love each other. That's what we've got to do. We've got to love each other. And we've got to keep those impulses, those reactions, that eye for an eye garbage, we've got to keep that in check by deciding to have love as the center of our lives. Got a course available now. Today's actually August 1st, but this video is dated July 29th. I know it's confusing, but I'm behind a few days. The price is supposed to go up today. It's not going to. I'm going to hold it because I haven't sold the first 38 copies of the course yet, and I'm going to wait until I do that before I raise the price. So if you want to get the course, if you're interested in the course, go to LoveBudi.com. The links are here in the comments. Go to LoveBudi.com. You'll be able to snatch that up. Once you click on the link, in case you're watching this several days later and it's after August 1st, maybe who knows when you're watching this video, go ahead and click on that. You'll see what the current offer is. The original lowest price is $88.88 US dollars. The price that starts as soon as the first 38 people grab it, the price will go up to $138 through the month of August. So all of August 2019, that's the price. Starting September 1st, the price is $188. That's the normal price. Anyway, take a look at the notes. Take a look at what the course is about. Hit the like for this video, please. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button. And also subscribe if you like. If you're interested in love, subscribe. A lot of videos here, a lot of interesting things here. You subscribe, you're going to get all the updates. You're going to get all the newest information. Got new courses coming out. A lot of things. It's all about the love. It's all about learning what love is. It's all about practicing love. It's all about sharing love. Come and understand love. Growing in love together with each other, because I'm telling you, this world needs love and we need it now. And that's what we're here to do. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Thanks so much for being there. Thank you so much for being you. I love you. I hope you've got a lot of love in your life. I hope everything's just going wonderfully for you. Let's live in peace together on this earth. Let's treat each other kindly. Let's treat ourselves and each other with love. Because doing that is all it takes. And we're going to see things really change. We're going to see a lot of things be a lot better for all of us. Okay, we'll see you next time. Until then, take care, love yourself, love each other. Bye-bye for now.